When I think of the awesomeness of God, I think of all the blessings. Like, how could you not? We have like so many blessings that are unaccountable and that are unimaginable. Like, you're probably watching this video and you have the blessing of sight, able to see all these colors, all this beautifulness, able to hear the sound of the voice. We just have so many things that God gives us that we just don't understand.
I'm in a health class at Bob Jones right now, and we're learning about the way that the body functions, and I think it's incredible that there's so many different things inside of us that make up who we are, and it's incredible that they do what they do and they function in the proper way, all because God put them there.
Genesis 1:1 says, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth," and it also tells us so in Genesis 1:16, we're getting a little more detail that on day 4, God created the stars also. And what I find fascinating about that is we now estimate that there's over 10 billion trillion stars, and yet the Bible describes God's creation of those stars in 5 words. And so just all throughout the Bible, we realize that God is infinitely powerful. It's the power it took to create the universe and everything in it is beyond our imagination. The power it took to create the universe and everything in it is beyond our imagination.
Lift up your eyes on high and see who has created these stars, the one who leads forth their host by number. He calls them all by name. Because of the greatness of his might and the strength of his power, not one of them is missing. Isaiah 40:26.
God can do more than we can ever think of or dream of. Describing the awesomeness of God is like trying to describe color to a colorblind person. It's indescribable. You have to experience it to realize it.
Everything that God does is perfect. It's the perfect timing, it's the perfect peace, it's the perfect understanding. He has it all laid out perfectly just for us so that we can live and one day spend eternity in heaven with Him. If we just live to our fullest and live every day for God, His perfect plan for us will end up with a perfect ending. And that would be us getting to spend eternity in heaven with Him.
See, that's what's so truly awesome about God, is that God creates. As scientists, they discover. Archaeologists, they discover things. But God creates. Take, for instance, dirt. We don't make dirt out of nothing. We use dirt. We incorporate dirt. Dirt allows us to make different things, to grow food, use it to grow grass so that the animals can eat. We do so much with dirt, but when it comes down to it, we can't just make dirt. We have to have dirt to make dirt. But we don't make dirt from nothing. But God did. God spoke it into existence. He said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And we've taken that dry land and we've built upon it. We've made these massive cities where we live and we work and we do all these things, but we don't create dirt. We don't really create anything. I'll never forget the first time I went to New York City. It actually made me feel so small because I didn't realize that all of that was there. And all the cars they pass by, all the lights they turn on every day, whether I'm there or not. And that's just a city. With God, we're talking galaxy and universe. And whether we're there to see it or not, it doesn't stop creation from still being. No matter what, God continues to exist. Even though I'm such a speck in comparison to Him, He still wants me to be in a relationship with Him. Could there be anything else that we could ever be in more awe of than God?
When I think of the awesomeness of God, the first thing that comes to mind is hope. God's given me a sense of hope. What would life be without a purpose to live it? What would life be without a sense of, like, a reason to be alive? And I found that through God, my life has a purpose. I have a reason to be alive. I have a reason to wake up every day and wake up, happy with a smile on my face. A reason to talk to people about God and, the good things He's done for me. When I think of the awesomeness of God, I think of how happy He's really made my life. The people He's given me, the love that He's shown me, the family I have, the friends, this youth group, everything. I have essentially because of God.
When I think of the awesomeness of God, my initial thought is just the incredible power that God possesses. What He had before day one to just speak this world and this universe into existence. And the things we see in the world, I think of like the Grand Canyon, Niagara Falls, just the power and the awesomeness that you see in those things. We see floods and earthquakes and volcanoes and just the incredible power that exists there. And those things don't even hold a candle to the power that God has. But then I think He had all that power before day one, and He could have used that power to do whatever He wanted to do with it. But He put a plan in motion that included man, and He could have made us with that power to be like robots, just to do whatever He programmed us to do for Him. And He could have used the power like kings do, and just gather armies together to punish us if we don't do what we're supposed to do. But with all that power, what He decided to do was just show us love. He just gave what He had to give, the thing that meant the most to Him, His only Son, to show us what love was. And instead of using any incredible power to force us to do what we're supposed to do, He just gave us a soul, a spirit, the same spirit that He has. We are like Him. He told us He made us in His image. And He just wants us to love Him. And that is awesomeness.